Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching on Guns and Gadgets. You will get Second Amendment news on a daily basis, oftentimes multiple times a day, so check back frequently. Better yet, hit the subscribe button down below and toggle the bell icon to all notifications so that YouTube is supposed to send you notifications when I put out new content. I'm going to try to ride the middle here. I'm going to try to ride the fence, which if you're a viewer here, you know I don't do much of, because when I have my opinion and I can verify facts, I usually am steadfast in standing my ground. But on this one, I want to yield to you, the viewer. So I'm going to bring you to a state, Wyoming, where a Second Amendment Protection Act was just signed yesterday into law by the governor of Wyoming. A Second Amendment Preservation Act was defeated in the legislature. Now, there's a lot of backstory here. I'm going to try to touch on some of the facts of each of the bill, but then I want you and your opinion to help get me where I need to be, or where I probably should be mentally. Because my issue with this dueling bill is that we have two gun right groups that are in a little bit of a battle here. We're talking about Gun Owners of America on one hand and the Wyoming gun owners on the other. I know people in GOA, which is why I'm trying to ride the line here. I don't want to seem like I'm favoring one side or the other. I don't know anybody in the Wyoming gun owners, although one day I really hope to meet these guys and gals, because from what I see, they have a wide range of influence, and I'd love to, you know, talk to each other and form a relationship, because I think everybody on the same team here works well. So, a little bit of our background. The Wyoming gun owners backed a bill that was the, I want to get them right, the Second Amendment Preservation Act. And that's the Wyoming gun owners backed bill. It was defeated in the legislature. Now, their bill had a lot of the language from the Missouri Second Amendment Preservation Act that I love. Love the Missouri bill. I think it's great. Joe Biden doesn't think so, which is why he's trying everything he can to pick it apart. Now, that Wyoming bill allowed civilians, the civilian population, if you were wronged, if your rights were violated by a local or state agency, whether it's police or a governmental representative, state government and local governments, cities and towns and counties, if you were wronged by them related to your Second Amendment rights, then you could sue them civilly in court for up to $50,000 per incident. I'm on record with the Missouri bill leading up to it, during its progress through the legislature, and ultimately its signing. I love the bill. I really do. So that was defeated, and I know that the sheriffs and the police came out against that bill, which usually means that it's pretty good. We've seen that in constitutional carry and stuff like that. Gun Owners of America had a bill similar yet different in a lot of areas. And that's the one that ultimately passed yesterday. Now, I don't live in Wyoming, which is why I'm asking you all who live there, fill me in. I've done a video on this bill already once, and I got a lot of feedback from people who live in Wyoming. But I want us to get through the hate and vitriol, if we can do that. And we are the most fractured special interest group in the country, you name it. Whether it's Nike versus Adidas, you know, basketball versus baseball, tanks versus jets, we are more fractured. I mean, 9 versus 45, Glock versus SIG. I don't want the hate and vitriol. I want to hear some solid, well thought out points, not what could have happened, what should have happened, what might have happened. With the GOA bill, it allows fines instead of up to 50 grand, it's to two grand. And then the difference is that there's no more civil initiated lawsuits in this bill that was signed into law yesterday by the governor. And the prosecution, instead of being on the civil side, is left to the county prosecutors. And I've seen the videos from Wyoming gun owners, and they have a point that I tend to agree. Like, when it comes to a lawsuit, the county prosecutors, Massachusetts and Wyoming run differently, but here our district attorney filing a suit against the law enforcement for doing something they shouldn't do, it doesn't really happen. But I don't know, maybe Wyoming is set up differently. Now, the GOA's version of the bill has a little more bite in that area of repercussions where if a lawsuit does go through, there's a penalty of up to a year in jail. And that's not in the Missouri bill. And I haven't looked at it in a couple of weeks, but I don't think it was in the other version of SAPA that I know that the Wyoming gun owners were backing. And again, if I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I'm sure that this will get a lot of feedback one way or another. So my question, my conundrum, my thought process is this. I would love to see these two groups get, like, obviously, like, let's get along, because ultimately our bigger goal is defeating the anti-gunners, not my bill was better than yours and I'm pissed at you, or your bill isn't as good as ours and we're pissed at you. If I were to be able to broker a peace treaty, that's what I want here. That's this side. But on this side, what I want to know, for you, the residents, would you rather not have a bill at all because you like this one more, or you're told this one would be better for you? Or are you happy that you got you got a bite of the apple and you can maybe add to this, and it might not be everything that you were hoping? Or are you happy with this one because it has up to a year in jail penalty where the other version didn't? I don't know. Again, I'm trying to stay neutral. GOA didn't ask me to do this video, and I don't know anybody in Wyoming gun owners, although again, like, hopefully one day I will. I'd love to work together. Let me know where you stand on this, because I have been going over this since the back and forth started, and I really, I don't know what's best for the Wyoming gun owner. So if you're a Wyoming resident, sound off down below, please. I'd love to hear from you. Is this a good win for you? Are you not happy because you prefer the other one? Would you rather have nothing at all? Tell me down below. Honestly, I really, really want your input. If you don't live in Wyoming, what do you think? Given the scenario, would you rather have, you know, the big shebang in like Missouri style, or would you rather have the big shebang where it's a little different but has could potentially have more bite, although the lawsuits are brought a little differently? Now, I will say that while the sheriffs and cops hated the previous, or the version that was defeated, they all are back, well, at least the Wyoming Association, I want to get the name right, the Wyoming Association of Sheriffs and the Chiefs of Police. They're backing this one, and they're saying that they stand for the Second Amendment rights of the residents. I live in Massachusetts, so there's none of that here. They're all against us. So let me know what you think down below. I really, really want your input. I'm kind of rambling here because I don't know what to say. I want to know. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. Make sure you carry a gun, guys and gals. If you're interested in keeping yourself safe, it's on you. It's not on the police. They can't be there in time. It's not on, you know, the military. It's not on anybody else but you. Take care.